Abundance, peace, and abundance. Welcome to True to This. I am Chief Minister Omar Hardy, and I am Chief of Community Interest Logistics. Um, so tonight, thank yous are in order, right? Thank yous are definitely in order. Um, for anybody who is not following us on our Instagram, please do follow us on Instagram at the Black Lady Theater. That's the Black Lady Theater with an RE at the end. And the last post that we put up, it basically was a public notice, right? Not only a public notice, but it was also an open message to our brother 19 Keys, right? Because our brother, he booked the space at 750 Nostrand Avenue, which is stolen by way of deed theft and deed fraud, and it's my property, right? So of course, like right now, I'm not in the property. We have been evicted unlawfully some type of way in the landlord-tenant court, and when we are the rightful owners, so it should have never even been in that court. But we'll get to that in another episode. So yes, when our brother released the video, making an announcement that he will be doing an event at our space in its current condition, excuse me, it hurt. Somebody, one of my coalition members, sent me the video with 19 Keys announcing that for one of his stops on his tour, his Save Yourself tour, shout out to the tour, and I definitely wish our brother much success as he continues on. One of the stops was at 750 Nostrand Avenue. So, we found out, we got the post sent to us maybe 48 hours before the event, the actual event date. And, we reached out to him immediately, right? Long story short, we didn't hear anything back until the day before the event, right? The event was on Thursday, and I got a call from Keys the Wednesday, this past Wednesday, right? We were actually at the DA's office, rallying, raising awareness on this issue that we're speaking of, right? So, we had a conversation, and to say the least, it was a respectful debate, right? He asked, he wanted some insight as to what is actually happening, because it was happening at the property, and he wanted to know what was happening at the property, and he expressed that he really, he was in between a rock and a hard place, and it was really challenging for him to cancel it because he was flying people in, and all of the logistics that went into bringing this event to life, right? As well as having to pay his team for all of the work that they've put in. So I had to give some pushback on that because although I understand all of the logistics, mind you, that's my building, so we're doing different events, I know what it takes, as far as the planning, all of the logistics, money that is spent, I get that part, but my thing is, I had to get the pushback because with the amazing platform that our brother has, he pushes out the messaging of empowerment for our people. He pushes out the messaging for the liberation of our people, and the overall upliftment. This is everything that we embody. And so I'm like, damn, bro, you can't put that message out in the building that has been stolen by way of deed theft, right? Like, yo, these people right now is trying to steal our generational wealth. They're trying to wipe our culture away, right? That money that you gave to that disease that's in the building controlling it right now, he's giving it to a whole nother a culture of people. You know what I mean? And they don't give a damn about our community at all. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, damn, don't allow yourself to be utilized as a tool for destruction. This is, the type of, conversation that, that we having, and, he expressed like, yo, I stand with you, like, I know I get that, but, like, I didn't know, I'll, yeah, I didn't know. I got people flying in. I got to pay my staff, this, that. I said, I get that. I said, but if, we want to talk about sacrifice, like right now, we are unlawfully displaced, right? My family has owned this building for over 40 years, starting out with Judge John L. Phillips, right, to within our corporation, J&J Real Estate, which they unlawfully, tried to, do some damage there. Like I said, we in the process of correcting all these injustices. But I'm like, like come on with the sacrifice. Like, both of us sacrificed, but what's up? So basically we agreed to disagree, right? And yeah, yo, let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, right? Let me know if y'all think our brother just should have shut it down all the way and, move it to another space that same day, right? Again, I understand it's challenging, right? Because now you got, I think he had about 400 people ready to go. I really don't know how many people was there, but, people, was there. So, I get that. We're trying to, move everybody in this short period of time and you didn't know. I get that. I get it, but I don't. Because my thing is like, the client, the fans, the supporters, the followers, they gonna understand, because of who you are and the messaging that you put out, so yeah, let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. So, yeah, that was pretty much the end of that conversation. Like I said, it was a respectful debate. We got off the phone, not, just two brothers that had a disagreement, right? So, yeah, I wanted him to shut it down. He's like, nah, it's a little challenging. He wanted me to call off the call to action, the rally or the boycott, right? I was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't cancel it. I said, but what I can do is try to direct the energy as best as I could. You know what I mean? Like, we won't direct, like, we're not going to, tear you down or, we're not going to throw no dirt on your name, but we will definitely boycott the space and let it be known how they are trying to put us against each other, right? How they are using dehumanizing tactics to try to get us to war with each other, right? So we did that, right? So we go to the space. Within 5 minutes of being there, we start to spice things up, right? Starting letting it be known that, the space is a stolen space, that they trying to dehumanize us as a people. The disease that is currently occupying our space unlawfully is, a disease that needs to be removed, all of that, right? So maybe about 15, 20 minutes later, um, 19 Keys, he comes out, and we meet face to face, and we meet face to face, and again, so he comes out, we meet face to face, and then he speaks to the people, he starts to let them know that he didn't know, and people, the community is hurt, so there's a lot of trauma there, so some, it was, like I said, it was spicy. He's at a rally. He was trying to shut it down, trying to shut it down. But he did speak to the people. He was letting them know, like, yo, I didn't know, and he did offer to not do the event there. He's like, you know what, forget this place, right? We'll do it outside, or if we got to go to a park, or he's like, yo, can y'all get another space? I'm like, yeah, bro, we could get another space. But what you mean, an hour and a half before the time? He was like, yeah, what's the solution? You don't want us to do it here? What we gonna do? So I bet. So we making a calls, because we got some amazing relationships within the community. We're stakeholders within. We're stakeholders within the town. So we did, like, within half an hour time, we locked in 3 locations that was ready to receive the audience. Shout out to Restoration Plaza, right? My brother over there, Marlon Rice, salute. Shout out to the Brooklyn Bank, our brother over there, Jude, Bernard. Shout out to another location, a garden space that was ready to take us in. So definitely shout out to the fam. So shout out to the Empress Sharice, the artistic director for the Black Lady Theater. We teamed up on that and make it happen. And as we do, we're conquerors, right? So anyway, long story short on that, it was basically like, all right, cool. He asked us to, all right, please allow the people to come, and then when they come, we'll instruct them as to, what's going on, and we'll move on it, right? But now, mind you, it's probably like 6:30 at this time, and the event is starting at 7. So my brother Amici came out, another, my brother from another mother. He is 19 Keys manager. They don't. So he comes. He's like, yo, listen. He's like, listen. One, it's definitely not easy for me to ask this of you, and I definitely know it's not easy for you to agree or try to. It's He said, but yo, bro, it's gonna be very challenging for us to move this right now. We got the vendors here. We got, the people that flew in, the whole nine. He asked if we would, he said, I know you're not gonna be okay with, I know you're not okay. I already know you disagree. I know, but if you, I forget what terminology he used, but, basically it's like, if you would, just, like give us the okay. Like, damn. I forget exactly what it was, but exactly what he said. He's like, if you, like just, let us do it here, and then we definitely won't come back until you all are rightfully back in your ownership position. We won't come back here and we'll denounce it, right? But like we didn't know. Um, and then also, you could come in, you could speak on the stage, let the people know what's going on, and then also, let's figure out how we can work together, build this unity, and get your story out there more. You know what I mean? As well as shine a light on you all's Stop Deed Theft campaign. You know, um, let's try to figure out the solution. I mean, I get it. I'm I'm a solutionary. You know what I mean? Um, so it. Yeah. So I'm like, all right. Well, give me a minute, brother. Give me a minute. Let me process this. I mean, as far as like going into the space and speaking to the people. Now mind you, I haven't been in my property for about 5 years, right? After our murals were unlawfully destroyed, after just so much damage, right? So to go in there after all this time, it's a traumatic experience. I ain't want to do that. I mean, I'm the next time I go in there is when we back in possession, when we, kicking them people out of there, or getting rid of the disease, right? Um, so yeah, didn't go with that. So I'm like, listen, just, I mean, do what y'all gotta do, but just please, denounce it on the stage. The let your audience know what's happening right now. Let them know that the building is stolen by way of deed theft. Let them know that y'all not coming back here no more. You would advise or employ them not to come back either. You can't tell nobody what to do, but I mean, like, our people need to be aware about what's going on. I mean, like, right now, our communities is plagued with this deed theft situation. I mean, it's a common conversation right now between lawyers where they saying that the foreclosure court is a new trading ground for black and brown people generational wealth, right? So, we'll get more to that in another episode. But did I say thank you? Again, y'all got to pardon me. This is the third one, but anyway, you can't. I can't say thank you enough to everyone that took a part in making sure that we got 19 Keys' attention. Everyone that liked the post, everyone that shared the post, everyone that commented under the post, everyone that sent 19 Keys a message to let him know, how you felt. Let him know to reach out, to tap in. I mean, that is, definitely greatly appreciated. You know, that's community, right? That's community exemplified at the highest level. And we appreciate it. You know, um, definitely big shout out to everyone that took part in that. And if you didn't see the post, please, definitely go to our page on Instagram at the Black Lady Theater with a RE at the end, and yeah, check it out. So yeah, and let me know what y'all think in the comments too. You know what I mean? Uh, you know, whether you think that our brother should have just shut it down, moved all of the people that day to another event, uh, uh, or postpone it for a couple of weeks, right? Or if I should have been like, nah, I don't care what you do, just shut it down. F that. Let me know what you think. Or, let me put it in the comments. You know, right? So, yeah, he did the event. Then the next day, we were supposed to have the had a conversation, but I couldn't do it the next day. I mean, we had a meeting with the Attorney General, pertaining to this very situation that we dealing with, pertaining to the slave theater, pertaining to the Black Lady Theater, right? And this is after about 12 or 15 years of reaching out to the Attorney General, putting complaints in and getting turned down, you know what I mean? Saying that they couldn't take on the case because it was a commercial case, right? We'll get to that in another episode. But, it was imperative that we attended this meeting as a coalition. Definitely shout out to the People's Coalition Against Deed Theft. Shout out to the coalition, our coalition, Save Our Properties. Shout out to the fam. We definitely doing some amazing work. Stay tuned, stay tapped in with that. And reach out to us if anybody that is dealing with these unlawful, egregious acts. Do not suffer in silence, right? But yes, we definitely gonna keep applying that pressure. So yeah, so we scheduled for today, right? And it was a very powerful day. Again, I gotta commend my brothers for 19 Keys, his whole team. My brother Amici, Keys' manager. They came through today. I'm interested to see, how the journey continues to unfold. Because any relationship that I get into, I look towards the longevity of it, right? I don't get into no relationships to try to cross nobody. I don't get into no relationships to try to grease nobody. None of that. It's about how we can unite, how we can build, how we can conquer all challenges. But yeah, they came through. We met up at Nicholas, Brooklyn. Shout out to the fam over there. Shout out to the Empress Monique. Shout out to the family. And congratulations to 50 plus years in business. 50 plus years of service. Anytime you're in Brooklyn, you definitely gotta make your way to Nicholas, Brooklyn. That's where you're gonna get your amazing essential oils, right? That's where you're gonna get your body butters. That's where you're gonna get your books. You know what I mean? That's where you're gonna get your healing. You know what I'm talking about? And some amazing events as well. Like today. The King, 19 Keys, myself, the fam, we was in the building. So that was definitely great. But not only did Nicholas Brooklyn host us, right? We walked up to the site of the slave theater. You know what I mean? I felt that it was imperative for our brother to see what has been unlawfully taken from us, what is currently being built on our property unlawfully. You know what I mean? So, we took that walk down the block. We interacted with the community. It was beautiful. I sent I sent them the documentary yesterday to give them some more context as far as to like, yo, what the heck is going on? You know what I mean? Because we're a visual people. So with with um with allowing them to see this documentary, it's like you'll get what we talking about. You'll get why the community is so upset. You get why we are so passionate about not allowing nobody to dehumanize us. I mean, you'll get why we're so passionate about the restitution that we need, the restoration that we need. I mean, like I said, we in the process of correcting all injustices. We ain't giving up, and we definitely not giving in. So now we took that walk, and we interacted with the community. The community got to see us unite, have this amazing conversation. Um, uh, we passed a bunch of youth. When you get out of school and they go to McDonald's, and they need to stop eating at McDonald's too. But I mean, we gonna get back to that. It's about the work we do. It's like, yo, us as leaders, I mean, locally, globally, nationally, internationally, we are the change. We are the creators. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't allow, anybody to divide, right? And that's what it's about. That's why we had to, let our brother know, like, yo, King, please don't do it here. But anyway, yeah, now it was beautiful. So the kids, they got to meet Keys. They got to get some empowerment. You know what I mean? We had a little push-up challenge. They got some money out. Got some money out there real quick. It was really, really powerful. And I highlight that because I feel like if I would have let my emotions lead when going through the traumatic experience of seeing my brother do this event inside of my building that has been stolen, if I would have just like let that moment lead or take over, we wouldn't have got to experience today, and I'm thankful for that. I'm really though, really thankful for the seed that was planted today. When I first got the video sent to me, I was like, I had to breathe. I had to focus on my breathing real quick because I was like, damn, not the bro, because now I know that we got we got to move on the situation a certain way, right? And I said automatically, I'm like, okay, you got to look at the silver lining. Like, why is this happening for me? You can't look at it like, why is this happening to me? It's about, why is this happening for me? So that's the mindset that I've been training myself, getting accustomed to, over this past couple of years. They say with age comes wisdom, and again, I don't think that our brother did it intentionally, right? Again, these people are taught tricknology, right? So if they could get us to go against each other, to divide, to get, then they win, right? So in the moments of chaos, in the moments of troubles and turmoil, you gotta look for the opportunity. You gotta look for the positive. I say all positivity outweighs any type of negativity every time. There's always going to be somebody or some different type of entity that tries to knock us off our path. But we have to stay positive, right? And that's what was exemplified, you know? And I'm thankful for the lessons along the journey, because again, today was very powerful, you know? And I am totally excited about what the future holds, you know? Yeah, so, you know, we definitely got some great footage, you know. I'm excited to put that out. I'm excited about the relationship that has been established, right? Um, I'm excited about the journey, you know. Uh, yeah, we true to this. We true to this. We not new to it, you know. Yeah, like that. So basically, ultimately today, I just wanted to give that update. But first and foremost, even before that update, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that has been supporting us on this journey. Thank you to everyone that will continue to support us on this journey. And yeah, just stay tuned, stay tapped in. The mission continues. We will not give up, and we will definitely not give in. You know what I mean? And anybody that is planning to do an event over there, I mean, please think twice about it. Do your due diligence, and like that. Yeah, so I am Chief Minister Omar Hardy. I'm the Chief of Community Interest Logistics, and I am one of the leaders of the district. I mean, till next time, stay tuned, stay tapped in. The mission continues. Salute. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I mean, and y'all stay tuned, we got more coming. Peace.